Things have gotten a little disorganized in the shop over winter, but now's not the time for fixing that. It's time to get the saw ready for use. Let's see, we've got the electric bakery thermometer. You probably can't read that. Right around 25 degrees in here, according to the electric bakery thermometer today. Put that right there. It's a good day for some chainsaw work. Got a big dead tree. It's leaning over the river. And if I cut it down in the summertime, springtime, fall, whatever, it's going to make a big splash. If I rig it up to pull it backwards so it lands on land, that'd be great. But it's not in a good position where I can easily rig it. That leaves you one option, really good option anyway. Not a great option, but it's at least an option. Cut it down when the ice is thick. We've had a cold winter, so we should have some pretty thick ice out there. So it's time to break out the saw and see what we can do. Well, we got to check the gas. I think a single tank of gas is what's going to be good enough for today on this saw. And we got 3/4 full. Top that off. I guess it was a little more than 3/4 full. So I was saying the job today should be able to be done in a single tank. And I'm not sure how much bar oil I've got in here. Probably plenty. Well, she's down a little bit on the bar oil. What we got here is a gallon of Husqvarna X-Guard low temp bar and chain oil. Well, we've got low temp, that's for sure. Although today's a pretty nice day. It's 25 degrees like it's showed on the electric bakery thermometer. But the low temp oil will still work well. All right, that's topped off. All right, so we're gassed up, oiled up. Chain tension looks decent. I'll show you that here. Chain tension. Not too bad. I think good enough. Well, that's it. Time to take a lunch break, and we'll be back out here in a little while to fire up the Husqvarna and see if we can't take down the dead popple tree that's by the river.
And as you can see at the bottom of the tree, we have a little bit of beaver damage. Go all the way around this tree here. That's a beaver damage. And so it is a dead tree now. And an ugly tree. And Dennis is gonna, as you can see, there's some branches there. Those are all dead. The woodpeckers are starting to peck at it. And it is time that we take it down. goes.
Okay, so now the tree's down. How'd that look, dear?
Awesome. I wouldn't have wanted to do it though.
No?
No.
It didn't go through the ice because we got about that much ice out there.
Okay.
So now the work begins.
Now the work begins. Hauling up lumber, huh?
I'm gonna cut it in chunks and I'll watch you haul it up here.
Yeah, right. All
I'll go
right.
cut it up.
Okay.
You might want to grab the woodshed key, bring me the Husqvarna axe, the orange handled axe, and the wheelbarrow. Okay, honey. There you go. Grab your axe and split away.
I tried.
Let me see.
I think this is stall. It's stall.
How's that?
Awesome.
There you go.
All right.
This wood's very waterlogged and frozen.
So should this go on the other side then, inside the shed? Okay.
Yep.
All right, it's gonna be too heavy for me, so that's all I'm putting in there. I'll be back for more.
Okay.
Okay, to the woodshed. Okay, let's go ahead and put those back on. Might have to go take off a couple layers. It's a little warm. You get a workout doing this. You know, and I have this log here. I just gotta get out of my way because I'm gonna fall. There we go, that's all better. Don't want to fall. Don't want to fall. Oh, yeah. Well, Dennis has been dealing with a sore back because he's been doing an awful lot of snow blowing. He's a trooper though. He wants to get this tree down while the river was still frozen. So he's gonna be sore. He's gonna be a little bit more sore again, but we just keep on going. All right, let's go. Go, go, go. Because he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop. So, that's okay. Oops, almost fell. All right. Is this your wedge?
Yep. Think of that.
Pretty good. Pretty good wedge. That feels good getting some wood piled up in here already for next year though. It's make the workload a little less painful next year. Or I should say, next winter season. We get a head start of it on it. It's always a good thing. Throwing me some logs. Alright, well I'll go down there and see if I can help them out a bit. Okay, I won't do it.
Are you strong enough for a 5.5-pound axe?
I guess not. I just got the axe stuck now. trees a little closer, huh?
Well, you see what you did wrong on this to start with.
I did what wrong now?
For splitting,
What?
it's upside down.
What difference does that make?
It does make a difference.
Why?
Because it'll split easier. It's right side up.
You're teasing me.
No, I'm not. You should always split from the top of the tree down toward the bottom.
How do you know what the top of the tree is?
Because this is the top of the tree. This points up. This points down. Look at, there's a branch coming out. It angled up. Branches always angle up.
I think that's a bunch of malarkey. You're just
It's
teasing
not.
me
It's
again.
totally true. Nope.
I know how you do this.
No, I'm telling you the truth. You split from the top down. Always. Otherwise, it's harder. It doesn't split as good. I'm telling
So, viewers, do you believe him?
It's true. Split from the top
Leave
down.
the comments down below if you believe him. Is he joshing me again?
Most people split these days with a machine, so they don't care. But when you're using an axe, you got to do it right. Otherwise, it's too much work.
I think he's handing me a line of bolts.
Nope. See how much easier that split? So how'd you like it when the tree fell down?
I know you're a safety person and you're really good about cutting down trees, but doesn't mean I have to like it that my husband's standing underneath the tree that's going to fall. I'm not too... It makes me a little nervous. Oh, I know, but I mean, you're still underneath it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
well, when a tree's like that, you don't know how rotten it might be in the middle where the hinge is. And if the hinge area is rotten, which you can't see, the hinge might break when it's starting to topple.
Okay.
In which case it'll just might scoot that way, might scoot that way, might scoot backwards, might do all kinds of unpredictable things.
And that's supposed to make me feel better the next time you cut a tree down, right?
Well, in this case, we got a nice solid piece of hinge wood.
You're something, I tell ya.
You see that? If it was rotten too in the middle, I mean, it was a little bit rotten in the middle. You can see it pulled a little bit. So Denise is worried about safety when I'm cutting the tree down, and that's all dependent a little bit on whether or not we have good wood in the center of the tree for the hinge. And in this case, you know, it was mostly good. Wasn't the greatest, wasn't perfect like a live tree, but it wasn't bad for a dead tree. But if it was bad, then the hinge wouldn't be supportive when the tree is starting to tip over. Then it could break and it could kick back, or depending on where it broke, it could go off to the side a little bit, in which case you as running the chainsaw might have a bad day. In this case, it wasn't too bad because we didn't get a lot of fibers pulling. You know, it broke off and went over like it was supposed to. So, but this wasn't a perfectly good tree. You can see it was kind of rotten in this area here, and it's a little rotten in this area here. And the center is starting to get a little bit rotten down there. But overall, from the top right here where my back cut came through, that's nice solid wood, really solid. So was the right time to cut this tree down. Waiting any longer, it would have got worse and worse. So yeah, good tree to cut down. Thanks, beavers. So here's an example of the northern Wisconsin food chain, if you want to bring the camera along. So the beaver killed this popple tree so that they could build a dam, build a beaver lodge, raise their babies, that type of thing. Because they killed this tree, ants were able to get up into it, and ants are living in the tree right here. So here's a bunch of ants. They're hibernating. They're not dead. Hibernating for the wintertime. These ants are the reason why the woodpeckers pound on these trees, because they're getting the ants out of them. So the beavers, in doing their thing, create conditions for the ants to do their thing, creating conditions for the woodpeckers to do their thing, and finally creating conditions for us to cut the tree down and heat our house. So that's the forest economy and food chain, thanks to the beavers. Good old beavers. What do you think of the ants, honey?
Ugh.
Well, we're all nasty after that job. Denise is covered in sawdust dirt, but I'm covered in a lot more of it than she is.
Yeah, you worked a little harder than I did.
So that's a big job done for the day. Well, not done all the way. We still have a little bit more of this to split up, right?
Yeah, but that can be for another day.
Yeah, so the tree is down, and Denise has all the branches picked up off the ice. So that was important. Why?
To make the fishies happy.
No, to make the fishermen happy. Because if we're casting right around here for northerns in the springtime,
Yeah,
I don't want to lose any lures in the brush.
and I usually do.
Well, how do you normally lose your lures?
I actually lose my lures a lot of times up in the tree.
Yeah, sometimes I think there was one example of it going up into this tree.
Oh, so you should look around. It might be somewhere in this one of these branches.
I think you lost a bobber up in this tree a couple of years ago, before it died, before the beavers got to it.
Now you have me looking up in these trees to see where my allure or bobber might be.
Yeah, you've lost a few of them in the trees.
Well, now it's more open, so that won't happen, right?
Oh, I'm sure you can find a tree yet. You cast like a city girl, right? Well, practice makes perfect, honey.
Okay.
So what did you think of doing this out here today?
It was hard work.
Hard work?
It was hard work,
Yeah.
but that's okay. Now we got a head start on our wood supply, so that's a good thing.
We've got probably 7 cords of wood we've got to make into firewood this spring.
Yeah, so it's a start. It's something.
Yeah, this
right?
is probably not a cord.
Yeah.
No, not a cord.
Not a cord.
Half a cord, maybe? You already hauled a bunch up there, so.
Yeah.
We got some laying here yet, and I got some split up right there yet. So maybe half a cord, maybe. Well, there's a lot more to go.
A lot more to go.
But it's big woods, and between March and May, we need to make 7 cords of firewood.
And I think we can do that, huh?
Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing most of the weekends coming up, I think.
Yeah.
And I think there's a bird nest in that tree over yonder.
There's a bird nest over there.
Yeah. Yeah, right by our old kayak launch area.
Yeah, so that's a tiny tree, so we won't be cutting that one down.
Nope. So that's Northern Adventure for today. What do you think?
I think it was a day of chores, but it's so nice out. It's so pretty out today, and the weather is really nice, so it's not that bad.
No, it's actually warm enough where I probably could have been doing this without a coat on at all.
Yeah, I had to change. I changed into different clothes.
I wore a light coat, but
I didn't initially, and I needed to. So.
Yeah. No. Any warmer, it starts to get too warm for making firewood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But the temperature is probably going to be like this now. Standing on a chunk of wood. Temperature is probably going to be like this now for a few weeks. And it's going to get colder again after a week. So
we got a window of opportunity then, huh?
Window of opportunity.
Yeah.
So Northern Adventure, you're probably going to see a lot of firewood making coming up.
We'll see.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Yep. Please subscribe.
Bye.
Yep. Bye.